Good morning. Today I am going to share with you one of my favorite books. I'm going to read about a chapter every day. You can click on the link to keep reading along with me. The book that I've chosen for today is called Fudge-a-Mania, and it's written by Judy Blume. There aren't a lot of pictures in the book, but the book itself is really fascinating. And if you like this book, there are two other books about fudge that you can read about. The teaser on the back tells us a little bit more about the story. And it reads, Trapped in Fudge Land. Peter Hatcher can't catch a break. His little brother Fudge, the 5-year-old human hurricane, has big plans to marry Peter's sworn enemy, Sheila Tubman. That alone would be enough to ruin Peter's summer. But now his parents have decided to rent a summer home next door to Sheila the Cootie Queen's house. Peter will be trapped with Fudge and Sheila for 3 whole weeks. We're going to find out what actually happens in the story. Fudge-a-Mania by Judy Blume. Okay, here you can see the table of contents. You can see all the chapters that we have for the story. So we're going to read Who's the Lucky Bride? Guess what, Pete? My brother Fudge said. I'm getting married tomorrow. I looked up from my baseball cards. Isn't this kind of sudden? I asked, since Fudge is only 5. No, he said. Well, who's the lucky bride? Sheila Tubman, Fudge said. I hit the floor, pretending to have fainted dead away. I did a good job of it because Fudge started shaking me and shouting, Get up, Pete! What's with this Pete business, I thought. Ever since he could talk, he's always called me Peeta. Then Tootsie, my sister, who's just 1.5 years, danced around me singing, Up, Pea, up. Next, Mom was beside me saying, Peter, what happened? Are you all right? I told him I was getting married, Fudge said, and he just fell over. I fell over when you told me who you were marrying, I said. Who are you marrying, Fudge? Mom asked, as if we were seriously discussing his wedding. Sheila Tubman, Fudge said. Don't say that name around me, I told him, or I'll faint again. Speaking of Sheila Tubman, Mom began, but I didn't wait for her to finish. You're making me very sick, I warned. Really, Peter, Mom said, aren't you overdoing it? I clutched my stomach and moaned, but Mom went right on talking. Buzz Tubman is the one who told us about the house in Maine. M-A-I-N-E spells Maine, Fudge sang. Mom looked at him, but didn't even pause. And this house is right next to the place they rented for their vacation, she told me. Am I missing something here? What house? What vacation? I said. Remember we decided to go away for a few weeks in August? Yeah. So we got a great deal on a house in Maine. And the Tubmans are going to be next door? I couldn't believe this. Sheila Tubman? Next door for 2 whole weeks? 3, Mom said. I fell back flat on the floor. He did it again, Mom, Fudge said. He's just pretending, Mom told Fudge. He's just being very silly. So I don't have to marry Sheila tomorrow. I'll marry her in Maine, Fudge said. That makes more sense, Mom said. In Maine, you can have a nice wedding under the trees. Under the trees, Fudge said. Please, Tootsie said, throwing a handful of gummy bears in my face. And folks, that's how it all began. Well, that's the first chapter, and we'll continue reading a chapter or so every day. So the next chapter is called Pete and Farley. So we'll find out who Farley is and how everything happens in this story. Thanks for joining me. See you later.